Hey everybody, we're back in the bee yard. So about 10 days ago, I had a swarm, and then the hive that it swarmed from became queenless, and another one of my splits became queenless. So this is what we're doing today. We're gonna check out the swarm hive and see if I got the queen. It's been like 10 days. I just haven't had time to look. I did put in a frame of open brood in there to keep them there. And then we're also going to check on those two hives that were queenless. I also put some more brood in there and some queen cells. I'm really hoping those queen cells worked and that they are queen right. So let's get to it. Okay, so first we're gonna open up this swarm. This is what the swarm looked like last week when I caught it. Now let's open up the swarm. Okay, I have not opened this swarm since I caught it. It actually swarmed and then swarmed again a couple days later, or a day later. I'm looking for brood, open brood, egg cells, and hopefully a queen. If I can find eggs or open brood, I know I got a queen in here. This was a swarm. I don't know if I actually caught the queen. I caught her or the swarm at 9 p.m. at night. And yeah. Okay, this is good. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but right here I can see open brood. So I know that, and it's young brood. I'll bring it up real close to you. Hopefully you can see that young brood. So I know my queen is here somewhere. I'm gonna look for her, but if I don't find her, that's okay, because I know she's here. So that is all good. That is hive number 1 that I thought was queenless. But there's very young brood here, so that is a good sign. There's tons of brood here, people. I'm not going to get into this hive too much because it's still a pretty new hive, and I saw brood, so that's awesome. I know the queen's been there within probably 4 days. Okay, everybody, so that first hive that was potentially queenless was a success. There's a queen in there, eggs, young brood. It's doing great. I actually found some eggs after I turned off the excuse me, camera. So I know my queen's been there within 3 days. My other 2 hives were definitely queenless. No brood, nothing. No eggs, no cap brood. They were queenless for sure. This is real important. Keep records. This is a great book by me. I know, I'm so vain. The Ultimate Beekeeper's Logbook. Lots of great information in here. For my years of beekeeping, I got a data log here. Every time I go in the bee yard, I have my log here, and I'm keeping track of my hive's health. And there's a lot of biology. This is a lot of basic stuff in here. There's recipes. There's lots of great stuff in here. Available on Amazon. But this is how you really keep track of your bees and make sure they're healthy and you can monitor them. So if I didn't keep track somehow, I would not really know which one of my hives is queenless, because I have 12 hives now, and it gets a little confusing. So thanks to this, I can go in and check out these hives. Now this is what I did. We had 2 hives that were queenless, but we had another hive that had tons and tons of queen cells on one frame, like 8 freaking queen cells. So I put some queen cells in the queenless ones, and I made a nuke. So I may check on that too. But let's go ahead and open up the first queenless hive. So again, I'm hoping that I got a queen here, people. We're gonna take this medium off and get right into the deep. I'm expecting the queen to be over here, but we'll see. Looking for the queen. These are actually the queen cells I put in here a week ago or 10 days ago, and you can actually see one of the queens has been released, if you can see that maybe. So I just took these queen cells from another really big hive, and this queen cell has opened up. These other two have not. Now I don't know if that means I have a queen or not. We got to investigate. It's tough because you don't exactly know. A queen did emerge there, but I don't know if it was today. I mean, I know it wasn't today, but it could have been a couple days ago, or it could have been 8 days ago. Okay, so I'm going to say this hive is still kind of inconclusive. I found another queen cell right here on top, if you can see that queen cell. There was a queen cell that I put in here that opened up. It emerged. I don't see that queen. I don't see any proof of brood, but it's still early. She needs close to a week after she emerges to become more mature and to become sexually reproductive, and then she starts laying eggs. So it may be a little bit too soon. And there's a queen cell in here, which I did not see that before. I may have missed that. So that could be another queen about to emerge. And it looks like as well, there's two other queen cells that might be viable. So I'm not gonna give up on this hive. I'm just gonna come check it probably on, I guess today's Tuesday almost. I'm probably gonna give it maybe 5 more days and come back and see what those queen cells look like. And if a queen did emerge, then I should start seeing eggs by this weekend. That's my hope. Okay, so that last hive was not exactly how I wanted it to be. But that's okay. So we're 1 for 1 for having a queen in that swarm. The other hive, I need to give it more time. There's queen cells. This is the nuke that I made from a unopened queen cell, just for giggles. It's a small hive. Haven't opened it up in about 10 days. I'm gonna see what's happening with that. And then we're gonna check out the hive next to it was another queenless hive. This one was just for fun because I had a queen cell. And it's still there, so that in itself is good news. There's about 2 frames of bees or so, which is what I put in there. Just a small nuke. I might be able to use this as a resource nuke. We will see what happens. And yes, I know that's a shallow frame, people. I didn't have anything ready for it. I'm gonna switch it out. Lots of capped brood, actually. Okay, here's another queen cell, people. There's another queen cell that they made. I put a frame of brood in here, and the queen cell, this is not the queen cell I put in, so they made another queen cell. And there's plenty of brood. There's a chance that's the brood I put in, and they capped it because I don't see any new brood. So as of right now, no queen evidence, people, no queen evidence. And there's literally just 2 frames of bees, so it's not too hard to tell if there's a queen or not. Again, no evidence that that queen cell took, but they made another queen cell. So this time, if you can see this one, it's right where my finger's pointing to. So it looks like their queen cell did not take, but they made 2 more out of some of the brood that I gave them. So that's good. That's good enough for me. This is just going to be a slower hive than I was expecting. And that is okay. I'm not gonna say this one's out either because it has 2 queen cells, people, and that's good news. Okay, so we're gonna check out this last hive. So we had one that requeened, is doing great. The other 2 still have queen cells. So hey, I'm gonna keep going with that. Okay, I'm gonna take the medium off, and if I need to look at this medium, I will. But I know I put the queen cell on the bottom, so that's where we're gonna go. There's a lot of bees in here, people. I mean, that's a decent amount of bees. And there's some more bees in there. You can't really see them. But we're going to look to see if we can find the queen here. Propolis here. No sign of queen yet. Okay, this is good news. Boom, boom, people. There is young larva, people. There's young larva right here. That is good news. It's weird though, because some of this brood almost looks like a drone brood. It's looks like corn pops, so that's not necessarily a good sign. That could have a drone layer. I hope not, but there's also a couple queen cells being made. Whew, this one will be inconclusive maybe. I mean, there's drone and worker brood here. And there was no brood here before, so there's a queen in here. I just wish I could find some better evidence, but just a brood looks almost like worker brood, but drone brood, but it isn't. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, lots of brood here. Okay, folks, it is getting late. I gotta feed the animals. Wife and family are on the way home. So out of those 4 hives that were potentially queenless, the swarm has a queen. That last hive I checked on has a queen, but it was just kind of weird. I'm gonna look at that one again. There was worker brood, there was drone brood, but it just kind of looked weird to me. So I'm gonna check that one out this weekend. My other hive that I put a queen cell in, it's been 10 days. And this is where bee biology is real important. So when I put that queen cell in, it could have been day 8, or it could have been almost day 16, and that queen could have emerged. I think it was closer to day 8 than day 16. So what that tells me, I saw the queen cell that was open. That queen is probably in there, but it hasn't been long enough for her to go have a mating flight and come back and lay eggs. So I'm gonna give that hive a couple days. And then my nuke is doing okay, has some queen cells. So I'm gonna give that some more time as well. So maybe it's just too early, but I'm saying, I think those hives are gonna make it. I just need to give it more time.